Welcome back to week 28 of the West Marches, going here into the last, 45 minutes or so. We'll see how much further our party can get in today's quest to recover the urn of ever-producing water. So, you've just dispatched a number of mist wraiths on the surface of this lake. You've shaken off this sensation that you're being lured to illusory islands filled with maidens beckoning you to your deaths. And now you can see clearly that the spire you are looking for is really only another 20 minutes or so of rowing away. Who's going to take the oars now to take the dinghy all the way to it?
I guess I'll do it because I was the last one.
You're already there, Darius. Sure.
Yeah. So I just immediately, as soon as they're gone, I just sit down and start rowing.
Cool. All right. Now, there's still a little bit of mist on the lake, so it's kind of hard to see, but as you get closer, the mist starts parting, and you're close enough now that you see that it's not a spire of rock at all. In fact, now that you look at it, it's actually a tusk sticking up out of the water, as if it were some sort of a fang that had stuck down into the water. The top of the tusk is thicker, and it tapers as it enters the water, and the top of it is broken off. You can look up to the top of this tusk sticking up out of the water, and you see up there a single verdant tree, bent over from the winds, but spreading green branches all over the top of this tusk. What do you do?
How high up is it?
It's probably 30 or 40 feet above the water.
And is there somewhere where we can land and climb onto this tusk?
No.
You say a tusk, but is this like an actual ivory tusk of a huge elephant or something?
Yes.
I look down into the water.
Yeah. Now that you've rowed up next to it, you can see this tusk descending deep into the depths, far deeper than you can actually see. The tusk descends. You see seaweeds and kelps and small fishes darting around the base of this tusk.
This
Do you think
is
something
a most
lives down
holy
there?
sign.
What
I
was that,
touch it.
Trekkie?
Do you think something lives down there, Langus?
I think something died down there once, and it would be a crime against nature to disturb it. I make a prayer sign and urge the party onward.
You're at your destination.
Yeah, it's not rocks, it's a tusk.
I thought we were looking for an island.
This is it. There was just a spire, is all you could see from the
Okay.
distance. It
Slightly
turns
confusing.
out, this is it.
Do you steal from the dead, Langus?
I look to the top. Is there an urn on the top of the tusk?
Not that you can see.
Or
There's
water
just this.
pouring?
There's just this tree that's growing up there that you can see.
Can you tell me how big again around the tusk is?
Let me think. The tusk is probably maybe 15 feet thick. So, around 45, 50 feet if you were to row in a circle around it.
What could go
15
wrong?
feet thick, and it's got a tree growing out of it.
Mm-hmm.
This is some pretty magical shit, Steve.
It is.
And the tree's up.
Yeah, there's
Above
about 30 feet up to the top lip of this broken off tusk. That's where the tree is.
Is this climbable?
The tusk is pretty smooth.
Oh, and there are no cracks or anything where I could stab in my daggers and just climb my way up, or?
You might be able to stab something into the ivory, yes?
Yeah.
Do you have any climbing equipment? Do you have a burglar's pack?
Wait, do I? I think I have.
I think you do.
I do.
And that has crampons, which are... They're iron spikes that you can attach to your feet to help you get grip on ice, for example. It
Okay.
might also have pitons, which you could hammer into the ivory and climb with that.
Okay.
Please don't do that.
What could possibly go wrong? Yeah, I have a burglar's pack, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Nice. I think you also have rope in that.
I do. I have rope.
Yep.
So, I look back at everyone. I'm like, well, we got to find out what's up there, and I can.
The thing. Quick.
Uh-oh.
Let's
Uh-oh.
redo the Skype call, and we'll be back in 30 seconds, chat.
Mhm.
All right, welcome back. Now, yes, we were talking about the climbing equipment that you have with you.
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh,
you have
okay,
enough
so-
stuff with you that you think you could probably hammer spikes into the surface of this ivory and climb your way up. It'd be challenging, but the only thing below you is water, so
And they could climb after me, right? Because I would be
Yeah.
able to like set it to where we all could climb up there.
I
Okay,
think the idea here is that you'd be hammering pittons into the rock, tying the
Yeah.
rope around it, climbing up another, 5-10 feet, hammering another pitton, tying rope, and then the others could climb up the rope after you.
Is it rock or ivory?
If you
Ivory.
reach out and try to like scrape on it or tap on it or anything like that, you could probably identify.
I do.
Give me a nature
Take
roll.
a glove off my hand and rub my fingers over it.
Yeah.
Nature.
Feels like bone.
So looking down, this bone extends all the way to the bottom of the lake.
You can't see
Or-
the bottom. The lake is murky enough that probably after 3 or 4 feet, you're not really seeing anything else down in the depths. But as far as you can tell, yeah, you're bobbing up and down next to it, and it itself isn't moving, so it seems like it is rooted in the earth down below the lake, whereas you are bobbing on the surface.
Okay.
Can we?
I have a proposition.
Okay.
Fuck this shit.
No. I have 50 feet of silk rope. That is more than enough to go all the way around the tusk. We could wrap it around once. You could grab each side in your hands and walk up the tusk. And it's silk rope, and you can slide it up as you go and wrap. As the tusk gets thinner, you could wrap it in your hands, and we could climb it without digging anything into it, which might break it or awaken something in there.
Noting that
or
this tusk is
disturb this
inverted,
holy.
so it's thicker at the top, thinner at the base.
So it's already broken. It's like a tusk already broken off of something and stabbed
Yeah.
it down.
Here,
And
I'm
it's
gonna,
like
I'm
an
gonna-
my
island.
suggestion.
I'm gonna draw kind of a picture of what you're seeing next to the
Okay.
boat here. We've got this water, and then we've got this tusk sticking out of it. It's kind of curved up like this.
Based off how big this tusk is, how big would the is it more like a horn or a tooth?
Hard
Or-
to say.
Okay.
There's nothing that's obviously identifying it in either way.
And then the tree grows out of that.
Yeah.
And how tall do we guess it to be?
30 or 40 feet.
That's a
Okay,
big
I
horn.
withdraw all my statements.
I just shrug and I start taking out my climbing equipment and setting it in front of me and getting it
Does-
prepared. Like, guys, we got to see what's up there. This is what we came here for.
Does anyone have a grappling hook? Someone must have a grappling hook in one of their burglars' packs.
I don't think so, actually.
I don't think
Nope.
Oh, come on. No. Burglars' packs don't come with grappling hooks?
Nope.
I have an explorer's pack, and that even doesn't have a grappling hook.
Yep. Grappling hooks are rare.
I have a
Dungeons
set
and
of
Dragons.
dice. If you guys just want to play D&D in this boat right now.
I'm feeling a bit weak right now, so I would be happy to roll some dice against them.
Nice. So the two of
I
you
just-
start dicing while Darius starts cramponing his way up the surface of this
I
tusk.
just start climbing, and as I'm climbing, I holler down at them, or I say down to them, I'm like, get ready to catch me.
All right.
I cast guidance on Darius before he takes off.
Nice. That gives him a D6 that he can roll. D4. Nice. So Darius, go ahead and roll your climb check.
May the mother forgive us for our trespasses and guide us on our climb.
What is climb check?
Athletics, sorry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. In older editions, there was actually a climb skill.
gosh.
Okay, so you got an 8. Do you want to add your d4 to that?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead, roll 1d4.
Ooh.
Great, nice. There's a moment as you're 3/4 of the way up, you start hammering in another piton, and then you slip, and you can feel yourself falling away, and then your hand just grabs onto the piton that you hammered in, and it holds miraculously.
Whew.
Your heart stops in your chest for a moment. You pull yourself back up, finish the job.
Well, as I like start to get my balance again, I just look down at them and I'm like, "Joke's on you guys. I was just kidding. I got this. I'm like trying to convince myself now that I got it."
Nice.
Oh,
And,
good one.
Do I reach the top?
Yes. It takes probably 15 minutes to climb your way up, but yeah.
I sort of like just pull myself up and just peek over. I don't exactly just jump up. I just peek over. So, and what do I see?
Give me a stealth test. Nice. You peek your head over the top. You see this tree growing out of the bone of this broken off tusk sticking out here. And far on the other side of this island, which is probably 40 or 50 feet across, there's a man, an old, elderly human man sitting there. And he looks like he's whittling a stick or something like that. You also see at the base of this tree, there's an urn on its side, broken, and water is pouring out of it and flowing onto the roots of the tree.
Push him off.
Man, this guy is so lawful good.
I know.
But I'm not.
I look back. I like try to like leverage myself with my arm, and I look back down at the others, and I make like a walking symbol, trying to like show that there's a man like over there. So there's obviously something. I see something, and I try to mouth man, but I don't want to talk now because I'm afraid that he'll hear me if I say too much now at this point.
Mm-hmm.
I create the vision of a man, like in my hands, to acknowledge
Just
what
a
you're
little
saying.
illusory.
I go like this.
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and signal to you in a way that we rogues understand, thieves can't.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you can, I'm like, yeah, I understand you in thieves can't.
Okay. And I just shrug and I say, you know, what do I do? Do I go?
I make the thieves can't motion for smooth talk and wine and dine him.
Nice.
I just face palm and sort of shake my head. And
What's
and
the
I
range
said,
on charm?
Probably 60 feet or something like that. I'll look it up. Darius, what else are you doing?
well, I just like shake my head and I make the symbol. I was like, who do you think I am? But I say it in like a sarcastic way.
Frecky, charm is 30 feet.
Oh, okay.
And I'm probably, what, 40 now?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I sneak my way up and I go behind the tree.
Okay. Yeah, you pull yourself up the ledge and you get yourself behind the tree. He doesn't notice you.
I'm scared. I sit there for a moment.
You feel fear.
I feel fear. I stealth up. Are you guys gonna come after me at all? I guess I walk back to the ledge and I signal them up. I signal them up. Because he doesn't seem harmful to me, so he hasn't done anything yet.
Yep.
And
He's just sitting there whittling some stick or something.
How have you made it easy to climb? Like, is there a roll of pittons now?
There's
or-
rope now with pittons stuck into the rock, yeah. The rest
Yeah.
of you can get up there without too much trouble.
Do you think at 5 strength I need to be pulled up, or can I climb up?
Ooh. You're going to have a tough time climbing.
I I comment to the people in the boat as well as before Darius left. I'll probably need to be pulled up. I'm feeling a bit weak.
Stay in the boat until you recover your strength.
Well, I am pretty good at whining and dining strangers.
Yes, I have seen how you wine and dine strangers. It is best that you stay in the boat. Martha has
Lauer.
karma for you. And I
How-
drop my pack in the boat and start to climb up.
How long does a short rest take?
An hour.
Has it been about an hour?
No.
It's been about an hour, but you haven't been resting, right? Because the lake is moving back and forth, and you were helping guide the boat or take aim. It wasn't a moment for you to all sit down, just relax, rest your muscles, bind your wounds.
I sort of, as they're debating what they're doing, I try to stealthily walk up to the urn and investigate it. I'm looking at it because I'm obviously trying to decipher if this is what the hippie man was describing. I don't touch it yet, though. I'm very skeptical if the old man has something to do with it as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm investigating it while they're deciding right now.
I climb after berating my companion.
All right. So you get up fairly quickly, Langus. There's no real problem. With the rope, you can make your way up smoothly.
Nice.
Frecky, are you climbing as well?
I make a comment to Frecky, pull me up, and I'll let you play with my cloak up there.
You know, I'm more of like I like point at how thin I am and how lanky I am and whatnot, and I say I can try, but I can't promise you anything.
It's okay. I feel like I have enough strength to hold on a bit and help myself up.
You
So
can
it's
probably
not
tie
just
it
a
around your waist or
pure
something
climb.
like that. Yeah.
Okay. I use both my feet and my hands to start scaling this. And as we go up, I start morphing my eyes to become more like snake eyes. And then I devilishly look behind me. Like real quickly, I glance at Donald while my eyes are like this.
Nice. Donald, how do you feel about that?
Give her the thumbs up.
Nice.
All right,
So
I
all
laugh
four of
and I
you
go
do
upwards.
make your way up to the top. Langus, would you roll a stealth check? Let's see how quietly you were able to climb. I think
I
you're
get
probably the
disadvantage
loudest
on
one here.
Stealth.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Stealth. Oof. Oh. Oh no. Oh,
Well,
hey.
You know, that's not too bad. I think probably this guy doesn't really hear you. So the four of you make it up to the top of this tusk without any problems.
And I'm still at the thing. I turn around and see them finally make it up. And I point down at my feet, and then I start walking towards the man.
By the way, I'm assuming that somehow you guys tied the boat to the tusk so that it's not just drifting away. So you just step out from behind the tree and start walking towards the man,
Yeah.
Darius?
Yeah,
Nice.
I'm Darius is becoming a man right now.
All right.
Well, I
You
never
step
had.
out-
Oh,
Sorry,
sorry. I
Frecky.
never had to use Hellish Rebuke, so I still have a spell charge left.
Yep.
I want to try casting Charm first, as Darius is walking up.
Okay. Yeah, sure. You're close enough. Let's see. Charm.
What does charm do?
I like how all of us just want to seduce this guy.
It makes him be your friend. Charm person is what you're casting, right?
Yes.
Not true.
Yeah. First level
I just wanna-
enchantment.
You guys assume I want to bet him. I don't want to bet everyone I meet. Maybe.
He's an old dude, like white hair. Yeah. All right. So, charm person, he makes a wisdom saving throw. If he succeeds, he knows that you attempted to charm him. But if he fails, then he will be friendly to you until the spell ends, and the spell lasts for 1 hour.
All right, I'm gonna go for it.
Okay. Okay, 14 wisdom save. He rolled a 9. You succeed. He
Nice.
looks up and he sees you walking towards him, Darius, and a big warm smile breaks out across his face, and he says, "Oh, hello. It's so good to see you. Please come over. Come take a seat. It's been so long. I'm so sorry. I've forgotten your name. Please remind me what you're called."
I just immediately, I'm like a little confused at first. Maybe I didn't know the spell went off, and I'm like, oh, okay. I look back at Frecky and the others, and I sit down. Or I don't sit, but I like kind of get on my knees and put my elbows on my knees, and I look at what he's doing, and I'm like, name's Darius. What are you doing here? What is this? Why are we?
Why, I live here. You can't possibly have remembered my name either. I'm Nathanius. It's so good to see you again, Darius. Yes, no, I live up here and bask in the sun and appreciate the water flowing from the urn and look out upon the lake, the marvelous of nature.
What can you tell us about this urn back there? That's your urn, right?
Yes, it's my urn. It's a lovely urn. I drink from it to keep myself alive, It's the only source of water up here unless there's rain.
Do you live forever?
I don't know why you would think such a thing.
You said you drink from it to keep you alive. So
Because I am thirsty and sometimes I need to drink
you
water.
could why don't you just go down and live with the other people of the world?
Oh, I don't particularly like the other people of the world. It's much better here alone, on my own. It's more quiet, peaceful. I have time to think.
You
can't have that many.
Sorry, go ahead.
You can't have that many years left, can you?
Are you talking? Did you come
Yeah.
out?
I come up from behind him.
Oh, no, I suppose not. Probably another 5, 10, and then I'll go to that great palace in the sky. But for now, I prefer solitude.
Meow.
Hey, Fracky, can you keep down the meowing, please?
Oh, yeah, sorry.
I sort of look up at Fracky and I look back at the urn and I'm like, well, what happens if the urn suddenly stops working or it disappears?
Oh, well, it's been working for many years now, so I don't think it would just stop. And well, nobody really ever comes here, so I'm not too worried about it just disappearing. Would each of you roll a perception test? I know.
I would like to slowly approach Darius and tap him on the shoulder gently.
Yeah. Frecky, would you roll perception as well? Okay, great. And Langus, yeah, cool. So Frecky, you're right there, and you can see that all around where this man is sitting are animal bones of various varieties, though when you take a second look through them, some of them are definitely humanoid.
I look back at Langus.
On further inspection, the piece of wood that he's been whittling is actually bone.
Who is that in your hands?
Who's that?
Oh, it's just an old bone. Old man likes to fish. Brings a pretty big fish every once in a while, and I do something with my hands to keep the time.
You quite like us, right?
Oh, yes. It's been so long since I've seen your beautiful feline face. Come here. Your ears need a scritching.
I whisper in Darius's ear, perhaps you would like to live with the alchemist.
Ooh, I nod and I'm like, yes, well.
I take a few steps back.
And I go, you know what, old friend, you're right. It's been so long, and let's make sure that doesn't happen again. How about you come with us, and we have someone we can introduce you to. Great man. He's like a brother to us, and we take you back, and he has water. He has plenty of water there, plenty of food, and you could live with him.
Roll a perception test. Not a perception. Roll a persuasion test.
You could even take your urn.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
that's
could
a 20.
even take your urn.
Yeah, nice. He looks at you and smiles and says, "Oh, no, I quite like it here. It's very nice, and I don't much like other people, except for you. You're good friends of mine. So, no, I think I'll stay here. The urn is nice, but so is this place, isn't it? Just look. You can see so far."
If we weren't such good friends, what would you be doing to us right now?
Oh, well, there's no harm in talking for a little while to visitors, of course.
You're not honest with your friends?
Of course I'm honest with my friends. Why?
Where's Donald during all of this?
I'm just there.
Are you like standing next to him, or are you a little bit away near me?
Near you, probably.
I kneel down next to presumably the sitting or reclining weakened Donald and say, if he really lives on this Tusk and those specters are about, shouldn't he have been eaten by now? Something about this feels off.
And as they're talking, I lean over to
That's a good
Frecky and I'm
point.
like, what did you mean, who? Okay,
Well,
what'd she
look around us at all these tasty bones. What do they resemble?
Animals?
Some of them resemble people.
Yeah, but I see. I didn't roll good perception.
No, but now that you're looking and now that
Oh,
she's
okay.
pointing it out, you can tell. Yeah.
I overlay some of my flames like on the bones, and I make it look like, like a happy human, and then one that's being gorged, and then the bones separate, and the fire of the bones goes and overlays where the bones are now.
Wow.
I look at the old man and I look at Frecky and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna turn my back and what happens happens. And I walk towards the tree,
Yeah.
hinting, hint, hinted, yeah, hint, hint.
Do you want me to follow?
No. I'm gonna turn my back and what happens to the old man happens.
Oh, right now?
He's eating humans.
Wouldn't our friend have a problem with that? I say
guys
as
having
I
that
start
discussion in front of
pushing
him?
I feel like you two
No,
are
I'm
talking about
whispering.
this
I'm like
near.
leaning in and whispering in her ear. She has really,
Yeah,
I could
sure.
see really low and she has good hearing, right?
Yeah, you guys
Okay.
could have stepped away a little bit, sure.
Yeah,
As they step away, I approach, and before I get there, I cast Thaumaturgy to make my eyes glow red.
He only got a 10 on his perception test, so he's not hearing the two of you talk. Yeah, your eyes are glowing red. Okay. Yes.
I
what do you
approach
do?
him, holding my amulet before me and my shield before me, with the holy scripture of Martha on the shield, the amulet as well. And I say to him, Sir, there are beasts and monsters of unspeakable horrors on this lake. How is it that you have lived so long here in peace?
Oh, well, yes. No, it's true, which is part of why I don't want to go down, of course. But you see, I live high enough off of the surface. They just don't come up here.
The things that fly choose not to chase you because it's out of their way?
Oh, well, I've never really seen them fly. Mostly they just seem to drift about the surface of the lake.
Yes, we call that flying.
I don't know much about such things, but well, they haven't bothered me for the years I've been here so far, so I'm not
How
terribly
many years
concerned.
have you been here?
5? 15?
And from where have you come?
Oh, a large town on the edge of the lake. Yes. Years ago, it was a beautiful place.
And if you were to say, who would you say inspires you most? Who or what would you say is your source of inspiration? A god, perhaps? Which god is
Oh.
your favorite?
I don't pay a whole lot of attention to the gods. I suppose I'm not a terribly religious man. But, well, if you had to press me, then let me think while I look up in the Wikipedia entry what the names of the gods are.
Entry, so I have some idea who you're talking about.
Yeah, hang on. Doop. There we go. Yes, well, I suppose if I had to choose one, well, then I would choose Vovoy, the watchful protector. He, after all, like myself, looks out upon creation and watches.
Seems like a pretty legit.
I've been kind of idly looking around, enjoying the view as well. You can see the broken village from here, the one that.
Yeah, you can
up.
see to the shores, yes.
I step away from the man and say to, or not step away, I just turn away from the man and say to the others, Vavoy is a god of war, and I turn back to the man, and trickery. And I bash him with my shield. Is he close to the cliff? Can I bash him off the cliff with my shield?
I think that's going to be hard. Like, there's a little bit of bone sort of stuck up that forms a cliff. Give us a bash, and then let's see if it's strong enough to bash him off the cliff.
Is that just a standard attack roll?
Yeah,
Okay, I don't know what shield damage is, so I'm just going to roll a dagger attack. If that's
Sure.
okay.
sure. Yeah,
13 to hit the...
You nail him.
Yeah.
You shove him. I'll give him a dexterity saving throw to see if he falls over the edge. No, you shove him back, and he grabs the edge of the cliff, and then he starts wailing, "No! Oh, gods in heaven, protect me! Save
I
me
draw
from
my
these
short sword.
terrible people! Well, good Lord."
Speak the truth! What demon are you?
Give me an intimidation check with advantage. What?
Oh God.
That's terrible. He drops to his knees, cowering before you. He says, "I am no demon. I am but a simple man who has forsaken all society and lives out here on his own. Can't you see?
Then let us see the color of your blood." And I want to scrape my longsword across his leg.
Okay, if you're just doing it gently, like you just
Just
sort
enough
of
to draw blood.
you approach. He scrambles backwards. You draw your sword across his leg. He moans.
I sort of like arch a brow and look over at Frecky, and I'm like, I thought he was the holy one. I expected
Yeah.
this of you.
Goodness, and
I
he's
didn't
been-
want to mention
and he's
this.
been yelling at me for doing sins or.
I like
being
walk
truthful.
over. I'm gonna walk over and try and grab at Langus to try and stop him.
Yeah.
Hold on, what
Because-
color's the blood? What color's the blood?
Bright red blood oozes out of the cut on his
Langus,
leg.
what have you done?
Damn it. The
Yeah,
gamble did not pay.
I try to pull him off while
He's
in, like,
whimpering and moaning to himself. "Oh, the visitors, I thought you were my friends, but now I see it was a trick, a terrible spell that you cast upon my mind. Nay, I've never seen any of you before. Get thee hence. Go away from me. Leave me in peace."
This man is a demon.
Are you sure that you yourself haven't been possessed, Langus?
I kind of feel bad for the old man now. I don't know. Maybe he's
It's just
maybe
Langus
he's-
Tears are running
what
down
blood
his
you,
cheeks.
what blood? What color blood you have?
Are you pointing at his leg, Donald?
Yes, I'm pointing at Langus's leg.
Oh, Langus's leg. Okay.
If not for me, you would be dead.
I
Do not
don't
forget
think I
the
need
boat.
protection from an old man.
Everybody give me perception checks.
Wait, did it work? Okay.
Okay. Yep, sure. Continue.
How do I know you haven't been possessed by something? I know I was enchanted briefly. Drop your weapon.
So was I.
Can I start casting True Sight, True Strike?
Yes.
I'm just gonna say it both ways every time.
True sight, true strike.
Yeah.
Yeah. You cast True Strike, sure. You have advantage on the next attack. Are you casting it on the old man?
Part of me wants to cast it on
Langus?
so yeah. But I'll
I think
cast it
you
on the
do
old
have to
man.
cast it on your target. So
I cast it on
make
the
your
old man.
choice. You cast it on the old man. All right, you have advantage on your next attack on the old man. So what are you all gonna do? He's just cowering to himself, whimpering and weeping silently. Please leave me in peace.
Does
This,
it look like
I
Langus
sorta-
actually damage with his shield bash?
you know, now that you look at the guy, you're not seeing any bruising or anything on him, and actually that cut on his leg isn't bleeding anymore.
Langus
Oh,
is
God.
just furiously pacing back and forth in like a dark rage.
Yeah.
Langus, maybe you were right. Look at him. He's not bleeding, or he's
Eileen-
not wounded by your shield. He's
He
clearly not
committed a
just an old man.
crime. He committed a crime by being a demon. Are you gonna kill me next, Legus?
Are you a demon?
I lean down and sort of like touch at the man's leg, and I just like quietly and calmly say to him, you know, what are you?
You brush away the clotted blood, and there's no scrape underneath. It's healed up entirely. He looks at you. He says, I'm just a man. Just a normal man.
And I just start to back away, and I'm just like, maybe. And as I get closer to the others, I look back and I'm like, maybe we should just take it and run.
As you back away, he leaps at you, launching himself, baring his teeth and latching himself onto you.
If she's within 5 feet, I impose my shield.
I don't think she is. I don't think he is, actually. Let's see.
Maybe if you had said it faster.
No. So he launches himself at you and tries to grab you, Darius, but you duck out of the way, out of his arms. He snarls at you. He says, "Get out of here! Go back where you came. You're not welcome." What do you do?
I attack.
Okay, you run forwards, striking at him with your warhammer.
No, my short sword.
Okay.
Does less damage, but demons ought to bleed.
Okay, give him an attack. 14 is a hit. You stab him for 3 damage. Cutting deeply into his side, he cries out, "Ah! Ah!" and collapses to the ground. Darius, what do you do?
Your trickery shall not fool me, demon.
I'm like, Langus, can we just stop? Can we just
Do you
stop
not
with...
see what is done
No,
here?
no. Langus, can we just stop with that talk? If you're gonna kill him, just kill him. You don't need to yell at
I'm
him. Just
trying.
kill him. Just kill him. Hey, man,
Demon hater.
you're the one that
Frecky.
wants to kill an old man. Look at the old. He's just an old man.
Frecky, you have advantage on an attack roll. Are you going to attack him?
I'm going to attack him. First,
All right.
I'm going to look at my companion with my snake eyes and kind of like playfully act like I'm about to Eldritch Blast himself.
Mm-hmm.
But I go for the man instead.
Okay, cool.
I sort of just like, this is on you
Look at
guys.
that. 24. You nail him in the chest with your Eldritch Blast. 1d10 plus 4.
Do you have the thingy that pushes him back 10 feet every time you hit him?
No, I didn't bother getting that one because I thought it would never be useful. I didn't expect there to be a cliff at some point.
So convenient.
No, I'm not Ryan, sorry.
12 damage. All right, you blast open his chest and blood sprays out. He goes falling to the ground and gurgles his last breath, dying.
I
This is
take
about a
my
chance
bow
to-
and arrow out and I point it at Langus.
I look expectantly at the corpse, waiting for something to happen.
I also pull out my bow and Langus.
You wait for a while and nothing happens. He's dead.
Then I like look over at Donald and I say, "You grab it. I don't trust this guy anymore. This guy's dangerous."
Hold on, before we even touch that stuff, we should look inside his house. There's a house here, right?
Nope.
Oh, there's
no shelter at all. It's just an exposed top of a broken off tusk sticking out of a lake with a tree and an urn that always
Is it
floats with
completely flat here? Does he have any belongings?
It's not completely flat. It's kind of rocky. It's broken off roughly. There don't appear to be any belongings other than a small knife. And then there's just bones scattered around.
Well, he was certainly lying. He is not just an old man. So, Lengus was correct to have his reservations. I think he acted a little too rashly, but maybe he saved himself.
And I sort of, you're defending someone who just murdered, regardless of what he is, he just murdered this guy, just straight up.
He
Just
was
murdered
about
us.
to
Saved
pounce
us.
at you if you didn't notice, and bite into you.
Wait, what? Sorry.
He pounced at you.
Well, he did get attacked first. He was a little angry. I mean, would you not attack someone who attacked you or attack a group that attacked you? I don't know. I'm just saying I don't trust this guy anymore. I think that sorry, Lingus, you should not touch whatever is in this urn. You know what? I'll carry it. Okay? I'll carry it back. I'll point it behind me so the water runs behind us and we can go back, and after this, we won't tell anyone. We just won't tell anyone what happened here.
I just want you to know, Langus, that demons are people too. And
Are you a
sometimes
demon?
cats.
I turn to face her.
I don't answer, and I start
Are
walking
you
away.
racist against tieflings, Langus?
Are tieflings demonic?
They are descended from demons.
That is a question that I must consult the scriptures about. Are they inherently demonic and evil? I'm not
They are
sure.
not inherently evil according to the rules of the game.
Okay,
All right.
then I think tieflings are probably some sort of weird exception. You know, like a friendly goblin.
Scripture just has a footnote, but not tieflings.
I'm like leaning over the urn. Am I able to just like pick it up, or is it like buried, or so?
It's a little
I'm
heavy.
already.
It's set into the earth here a
Yeah.
little bit, so you pick it up and it sort of lurches out of the earth as you lift it.
Okay.
It splashes water as you lift it. It's broken, but it's always seems to have always been broken, and water's pouring out of the break in it.
Okay.
I flinch if water gets on me.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to approach the old man. I'll stab him in the throat with the dagger
Cool.
or the sword, and then I'll make sure I'll frisk him for belongings.
Okay. He has no belongings.
I look at his clothes. What condition are they in?
They're simple cloth.
Do they look like
Decent
they've
condition.
been like one person has been wearing them continuously for 15 years?
Maybe not 15 years, but a long time, yes.
I wonder why a man who lives up on this thing by himself with no interaction with people wears clothes at all. And then I wonder where the human bones came from and how the hell he hauls them up this tusk and how the hell he got up here. And then I'm more convinced of my opinions earlier. Most
I think
certainly.
he is working in collusion with those sirens that they lure the village people, and then that's where he eats. He must control these specters and ghosts.
I roll my
So
eyes.
we were
as they're
clearly in the
sniffling.
right to kill him.
Are
And
y'all
I-
having this conversation as you climb down the tusk?
No, while we're on the tusk, I guess.
No, well, I'm still standing over the body, very distraught.
Okay.
I'm sitting there kind of like most of my body is now drenched because this thing, I'm trying to like keep it from like dripping on me, and I'm just like, this is uncomfortable. And I'm like rolling my eyes as I talk, and I'm like, or he just ate the remainder of what they didn't eat. It was like
They
the man
brought it
needed
up
to
here?
eat.
They brought it up here and gave it to him.
Yeah, you think they want to go feed a man? Yeah, right. They're
Where does he
monsters.
get
They
these
don't want to
bodies?
feed a guy. They're
So where does he get the bodies?
he eats the remainders. Maybe they're really bad at
How
cleaning
does he
up.
get them? How does he bring them up here? How
Maybe
does
they
he
tried
climb
to
up here?
kill him, like us, innocent people, and you
And he-
murdered him.
He stayed up here to get away from him.
There's no way for this man to bring these bodies up here without
How
the aid
did
of
we get
magic.
up here?
We climbed and drove spikes into the side of this thing. We left
And
a
then you
clear trail.
murdered him.
Catwoman, I am this close to doing something I may regret.
Listen,
No.
all I'm
Fre-
saying
Frecky,
is
Frecky, no need to push Lengus. He killed a demon. We'll stick with that story.
all I'm saying is I'm getting wet. I'm going back to the dinghy, and I'm just gonna pretend like this didn't happen. I'm gonna pretend like you didn't murder an old man. So I'll see you all back at the boat, and I just start walking towards the rope.
Cool.
Yeah. Can you describe the urn a bit more? Like, did you play around with it, see if you can stop the leak, or tilt it in a way that it's not pouring?
If you tilt
Well,
it in a way
shooting
so that
up.
it's if you tilt it in a way that's not pouring, then water slowly fills the urn and then it starts pouring out. It just
Okay.
becomes full with water. like a bowl, basically.
I think I've just sort of settled on this is gonna be getting water all over me this whole time. That I'm
Pretty
just gonna be
much.
drenched. So I have leather armor and my fine clothing's all soaked now.
Oh, I forgot. I look at the tree and see if there's anything in there.
In the tree,
Yeah.
give me a perception check.
I'm a bit weak to climb the tree, so if one of you could get up there and take a look around, that would be helpful. Here's my perception.
Okay. You pretty quickly can examine the branches of the tree. You see high in the tree a single, very small apple starting to grow. It's very, very new.
If it's not gold, I'm not interested.
It's not gold. It appears to be fruit.
I'm feeling a little hungry. Could one of you get that apple for me?
You could use your bow.
I'm not feeling that lucky today.
It's tiny, it's not ripe. It's not worth eating at the moment.
I turn around and I'm like, the old man or the man in the hut has fish and warmth and we need to give him his dinghy back and we need to get our gold back so we can go to the hippie who wants this so he can get high.
Don't you
and then
think this
I'm gonna
tree
go home.
is a little unusual? So that if there's one thing unusual about that, and that's the
Everything
only
has
feature
been
I
unusual.
see, it might be worth picking.
You
just to
guys
see
are
what it is.
unusual. Are you saying I should eat you?
You want
I
to
take a-
murder
Let's
helpless
go.
plants now?
I want to take a lock of the old man's hair and
Okay.
tuck it into my belt, or tie it and tuck it into my bag, and then I climb down into the boat.
Cool. You cut a lock of his hair, tie it into your bag, and then climb down the
Do I
tusk.
see this? Do I see you take the lock of hair and tuck it into your...
Probably.
It's
Just-
so weird. Darius.
Probably.
I just shake my head and go, what the fuck, man? I'm like, I'm more astounded by the group than I am any of the enemies we encountered. And I just sit in the boat and I'm like, you're rowing.
So
You clearly...
You went down as well, Darius?
Yeah, I went down with them now as well.
Nice.
Frecky,
Okay.
could you just humor me and climb up there and grab the fruit? Please?
How high up is it?
15 feet.
If I created tremors on top of this island, would it not just shake the apple down?
Unlikely, given that it's not ripe.
Can I jump 15 feet?
No, but it would be easy to climb. There's plenty of branches. You could get up there, no problem.
I could have opened that chest up, no problem, before too. All right. I jump into the tree
Okay.
and I grab the apple and then I
Okay.
jump back down.
It's probably about the size of a marble at the moment. Just that big.
And I toss it at him.
I catch it? Well,
Okay.
thank you. Thank you so much.
Is there anything unusual about the water coming from the urn?
Not that you can tell.
Okay, well, as I'm sitting in the boat, I sort of like dip my hand in it and I drink some from it
Okay.
and I
Tastes
wipe
fresh.
down my face.
Yeah.
So, and then I position it where the leak is over the boat so it doesn't drown the boat.
It's not filling the boat. Yep.
Yeah.
Great.
So, and I just sit there and I'm like, "Are you guys coming or what?"
Yeah,
I stare
yeah.
at
All right.
ladies.
The rest
Slide
of you
myself
climb on down.
I run down, going head first.
Run down head first. Wow.
Yep.
Nice. All right. You all make it back into the boat. Darius, do you recover your pitons? Pitons, actually, is what they're called. Pitons.
I
As you go down.
signal to Donald, "Hey, can you grab those, please? I kind of need those later." Just, like pointing at.
I'm not really the man to do that.
Will you man up and just grab him, please?
I no. You weren't.
Well, then you give me
You
yours.
weren't set
You
on
have
the verge of death with specters, so you probably don't know quite how feeble I'm feeling right now. So why don't you do that?
Fine. I go up and I just start collecting them, just like mumbling and shaking my head, clearly getting to the point of just being completely angry as I grab them.
Okay, sounds fine. You manage to grab them all, and then the four of you are in the boat. Langus, are you rowing the boat back to the fisherman's hut?
I am.
All right. The trip goes smooth. There are no other wraith attacks. You make your way back. You retrieve your 8 gold pieces from the fisherman.
I do.
All right. And then you head back to Baldred.
I give him the 5 silver I owe him as well.
Oh, nice. Sounds good.
I tell him he can keep the 1 gold I gave him, and I'm still like lugging this urn that's leaking in front of me, and I'm like, thanks for the dinghy, and I'm like, I just look pissed, and I just walk by.
Nice. Well, the travel back is uneventful. There is water drifting from the urn all along the way, so you're leaving a trail of wet grass behind you as you walk. But when you get back to Baldred, he's overjoyed to see you. Oh man, you guys actually found it. That's great. Was there any problem? Was it okay? Did everything go smooth?
A demon was guarding it.
No.
Many demons we fought along the way.
Whoa.
Roll my
I'm not
eye.
an elephant.
Unholy horrors.
Muttering to myself, close enough.
Well, you guys totally came through in your deal, so let me go get that chest. Hang on. Oh, can I take that urn off your hands for you?
I hold on to it. I'm like, you get the chest, show us the gold, you get the urn, and then then we get our vision, right? Right?
Hey,
man?
bro. All right, no problem. No problem.
I've had it up to here today, man.
I'll be right back.
I've had it up to here.
I'm just going in here. I'll be right back. He goes
Okay.
down into the depths and comes back out with another chest. Opens it up. It's filled with gold. He sets it on the counter. You can count it if you want, man. There's 200 gold in there. It's all for you. It's for the 4 of you. You guys have really done me a solid. Can I take that off your hands? I'll go put it downstairs, and then I'll give you the vision.
I walk up to him and I shove the urn in his chest and I say, "You still owe me
be
that
careful.
favor." No,
Careful.
I say, "You still owe me that favor, man."
Yeah, you
And
will
I
get
just
to
walk
that.
away.
It's fine. Just geez, y'all need to chill. If you can have a puff on my pipe if you want, I'll be right back.
Yeah,
Bring some booze.
go ahead and offer Darius the pipe. It sounds like you need this, man.
Now, listen, I'm the only sane one here right now. I need to keep it that way, okay?
About this vision, I take the hair out of my backpack. What can you tell me of this creature?
Wait, didn't he leave?
returns.
He left.
He
Okay.
returns after having placed the urn downstairs, and you're asking him about it. He says, "That's what you want to know."
No.
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 That's not what we want to know.
This
Do
guy
you have
is
something
is
more
out.
worthy?
I can think of a few thousand things that are more worthy.
Name one.
Let's let the
Where
cat.
the
cat gets the vision.
artifact that let's see. Where
Ooh. No. I grab at my chest and I pull out the rose and I'm like, what can you tell me about this rose? I was like, no one else is interested in
that's
this
pretty
rose.
I nod in approval.
Yeah, totally. If you want to know about the rose, then yeah, I can identify it for you if you like.
And I like walk up to him and I'm still holding it like delicately in my hand and I'm like, don't break it, man. Don't break
Yeah.
it.
He takes it from you, he sets it on the table, and then he gestures to all of you to have a seat. He brings out a couple bags of powders, he sprinkles them over the rose, and then he brings out a small twig, and he strikes it on the countertop, and it bursts into flame. And he drops it on top of the powders, and they go up in smoke, which he quickly inhales. Like that. He sits back, he goes, oh, whoa. So, Darius, you're the one who's primarily asking about this rose.
Yeah.
You get to ask me one of these questions,
Okay.
and I will then ask you 2 more of them for you to
Okay.
answer.
Wait, I just asked you a question?
No, look on the Roll20. There's
Oh, okay.
6 questions here. You get to ask me one, and then I'll ask you
Okay.
2.
Okay. What happened shortly after this vision? Wait, is this okay? Wait, can I ask you, GM, a question?
Yeah.
Is it going to pertain to him or is it going to pertain to us if I say what happened after? Because I know what happened to us after, kind of.
Yeah. So this is an oracular vision. He's sort of divining the future or seeing something far in the past. He's expounding more information to you.
Okay.
So what will happen shortly after this vision? That's up to me, but we don't know what vision is actually happening yet. So I'm going to ask you about it.
Okay.
Let's see. What important characters or objects are present in this vision, Pokket?
The Black Knight.
Okay. Is there anything else?
What important characters or objects are present in this vision?
Mhm.
I mean, I'd say that we've been in this vision. It would be Donald, me, Langus, and the Black Knight, because we're the ones that actually interacted with him, and the Black Knight and I had a moment. We had a moment.
Sure.
So, of understanding.
Okay. Is this vision near or distant?
Ooh. I would say it's near, since it's just happened.
Okay, sure. So now you're asking me what will happen shortly after this vision.
Yes.
Yeah, so this is Baldred who's describing all of this. He says he's seeing you, the 4 of you, and this Black Knight. And then he sees you, Darius, and you have this rose pinned to your chest. And wherever you go, you meet with success. Just success after success. And he sees you in the morning. You bring the rose up to your face and you inhale deeply, and a look of bliss comes over your face. And then you go on to have fortune after fortune thrown in your path as you move through life with this rose as your companion.
Seems good.
Seems like he wants you to smoke the rose.
So he wants me to actually smell the rose.
This isn't him telling you what he wants. This is him telling you what he sees.
Oh, okay. Okay. And
Hidden rose junkie.
yeah. I've become an addict of roses.
Rose addict.
So so he just told me all of this pretty
Yep.
much? Okay, well, I look back at the others and I'm just like, I don't know what he's talking about, guys. I don't sniff roses. I don't like flowers.
Don't sniff roses.
I don't sniff. I don't do that.
Well, that
And I
was
walk
an
up-
Like the
interesting
scent
enough
of a
tale.
rose.
Since you don't sniff roses, I would be happy to sniff for you.
I immediately grab the rose. I walk up and I grab the rose from him and I'm like, listen, clearly he left it for me. I'm the one that picked it up afterwards, so
I think you're forgetting the fact that I was the one who got him on our good side and had him slay all of the snakes that were coming to attack.
Don't be
You're-
foolish.
Besides, you aren't even
He
going
greet-
to sniff the rose.
You're right. I am forgetting that actually. I don't remember that at all. I start tucking it back and I'm like, I've been the one protecting this rose the whole time.
None of us have a greater claim over this than the others, but you have been the one holding it. If anyone is to continue holding it, it shall be you.
And I sort of just nod and I'm like, well then.
That's
Look,
that.
That's well then. And
All right.
I'm tempted to sniff it, but I don't. I just kind of look away from it. Like, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it.
I'm gonna do it while we're looking.
Okay, so the trip back to Virascali is also uneventful.
Whoa, wait, what about my favor from the man?
Oh yes, so let's have a quick thing where you're asking him for your favor. And then we'll distribute some XP and we'll do our shoutouts.
Okay. I walk
Yeah.
up to him and I lean close to him and I'm like, so about that favor. And I say it all because I realize
listen,
how
you
creepy
know,
he got.
I'm really kind of uncomfortable with that. You're a good-looking guy and all,
just
but
hear me out. What the heck are you? What do you take me for? I was like, man, you're an alchemist, aren't you?
yeah.
I was like, I just, I'd like you to teach me a little bit. I want to look into the arts. So that's what did you think I was talking about?
Oh, no, nothing. That sounds totally cool. Chill, man. Yeah, that sounds great. Should we like what do you want to learn about, man?
I was poisoned.
Oh, wow. Well,
No, not for anything bad, but
no,
there's
of course,
a lot of
no.
bad
Poisons
things
are
out.
there's lots of good things for poison. Yeah, that sounds fine. I can teach you some cool stuff.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, anytime.
I like pat him on the back, and I'm like, man, I can't believe you thought I was gonna. No, I didn't.
Yeah, no. Sorry, it's just been a long time.
What?
Nothing.
There, that's it. So.
Nice. All right, so that does it for today's episode of the West Marches. Why don't we start some shout outs? I'll figure out our XP while y'all are doing that. And then who wants to be the treasurer and divide the gold evenly among the four of you?
75 gold a person. We already got 25 each, so everyone gets another 50 more.
Plus 3
Sounds
for all
perfect.
the us, right? For each of
75
us?
each sounds right.
Yeah,
That's easy.
75 each. Sounds
yeah,
good.
but you already gave us 25 each
Yes.
earlier.
No, I was saying, don't we get 3 for the us and ums?
Oh,
Oh yeah. How many of that?
There's 3, I think.
Well, there were more than
There's
that.
got to have
Probably
been more
more.
than 3.
I don't know.
But-
Was chat keeping track? I don't know.
If y'all weren't counting,
I just said 3 because you would say, what GP? And I'd be like, oh, okay, let me type it.
There was
That's
something around the lines of 30.
it
Okay.
wasn't 30. I'll give you 10.
Okay.
All right, cool. So, Trump, why don't you do some shout outs for us while I'm figuring out XP?
Sure thing. Cheer for me tomorrow at the... I'm looking up the exact name of it, but I am going to be playing in a Archon 2-player control 1 base tomorrow. And it's going to be an 8-player tournament at twitch.tv/StarCraft, so tune in. It's going to be at 11 a.m. Pacific.
Awesome. Break a leg, Trump.
Break
Thanks.
a leg.
Hope you kill it.
Going to be
Pokket?
relying on my partner mostly here.
It's fitting because you guys just killed an old man, so go break a leg,
Yeah. totally.
Someone else's. Hi, my name's Pokket. I stream Monday through Friday, starting in the mornings. Try to start around 9:30. It's usually 10. Sorry. And I'm going to be playing probably a bit of Fallout this week because I didn't play last week. But I also work on armor and cosplay on streams on Fridays. And so that's pretty much what I do. So thank you for having me on. It was great role-playing with you all. You guys did awesome. So thank you. And I'm glad we didn't die. What, people think I'm salty? I'm not salty. Okay,
You didn't
anyway.
seem salty to me.
I wasn't salty. I was being sarcastic. I just fail. So
Kaitlyn, give us some shout outs.
Hello, I'm Kaitlyn. I play StarCraft 2 professionally and I stream, I don't know, every day, I guess. It starts whenever. It would be nice to have a schedule, but just check twitch.tv/Kaitlyn, and if I'm online, that's great, and if I'm not, come back another time. So yeah, I'll probably stream after this. I don't know if I'm going to play StarCraft or Fallout 4. If I play one, I'll play the other one later, so that's how it'll go. I just gotta get food. But yeah, thanks everyone so much for watching. Super fun.
Rad. Neil, do some shout outs for us, man.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. It's always fun being on here. I love hanging out with Steven and you all. It's great. The only thing that is coming up for me is the big 144-hour marathon stream, which starts Tuesday evening if you're in the States, or Wednesday morning if you're in Europe. And then we'll go till Monday night if you're in the States, or Tuesday morning if you're in Europe. And that's a big, long 144 hours. So come by anytime.
It'll be hard to miss him.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Very
You're the new
awesome.
resident sleeper.
The new resident sleeper.
He doesn't even know what that is. It's like one of the first people on Twitch to fall asleep on stream, and they gave him an emote.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the
You're gonna be
history.
the new one.
Epic.
I've done that already.
All right, y'all.
79.5 hours.
As for me, you can find me at Silent Osiris. The O is a 0. You can find me on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, all over the place at that address. I do stream fairly infrequently, but still sometimes in the evenings. Best place to figure out when I'm streaming is following me on Twitter. Most recently, I've been streaming game development, so if that's of any interest to you, you should definitely check out Tuesday nights. I do Twitch Makes Games, which is a lot of fun. As for experience points for the party, each of you walks away from this with 194 XP. That's the sum of the snakes at 175, the specter at 200, the mist wraiths at 200 total, and completing the quest for an additional 200.
We didn't get anything for killing an old man.
Unfortunately not. He was not a threat.
He
I
was
told
a
you
demon.
guys. I told you.
He was a demon. There's no way someone could survive up there.
Darius still thinks you're a murderer, so.
And
Darius is pig-headed.
if you go to the Reddit r/itmeJP, I have just now posted a Q&A for tonight's episode, so you can come ask me whatever questions that you might have, and I can laugh while not answering them. So come on over, check that out, and we will see you next time on the West Marches.
Bye.
That's it. Bye, everybody.
No innocent old men were killed in the making of this episode.
That's a lie.
Yeah, no
The
joke.
experience points say otherwise. I wonder if JP has taken us off air yet, or if we're just like hanging out, talking to chat. What's up, chat? How's it going? You guys having a good time?
Wait,
I'm enjoying this.
That's 194 XP each.
Yeah, it's 194 XP each.
Okay, but I think that